University in next week's state championship final rides through the Lehigh Valley here this evening at Parkland High School. This is a AAA quarterfinal round matchup featuring the Holy Redeemer Royals and the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, now 2 steps away from the state finals. Very pleasant good evening and welcome to our continuing coverage of the PIAA playoffs. Mike Zambelli, Rich Baxa, a battle of district champions here tonight with Holy Redeemer winning the District 2 title and Lancaster Catholic the District 3 winner. Rich, we take a look at the Royals coming in with a terrific one-loss record overall on the year under head coach Mark Bolensky, now in his 4th year. This is a new school, first ever district championship, the District 2 crown. He has a good one inside, and 6'11", Peter Alexis.
A 4-year starter, Peter Alexis, certainly is showing you how to play the game of basketball in the paint area. He's averaging a double-double, 20 points and 11 rebounds. His presence inside has given many coaches fits, but in addition to that, they have a nice trio of guards that can hurt you from the perimeter.
Wins over Danville and Philadelphia Electric to advance to this part of the tournament. Turn our attention now to the Crusaders. The District 3 champions have beaten Boys Latin and most recently Allentown Central Catholic 70-56. Jerry Clasis is the 6th-year head coach, and in that win against Central Catholic, Devon Pinkert was outstanding.
Only a sophomore at 6'4", though, but plays well beyond his years. He's averaging 13 points in the last 3 ball games and 7 rebounds. He's a solid offensive ball player inside and outside the paint and plays solid defense for coach.
Winner of tonight's ball game looking to gain a spot in the Final Four next Tuesday. Should be a good one here tonight. Holy Redeemer and Lancaster Catholic. We meet your starters after this timeout.
Come on, smile.
Pittsburgh police.
You're under arrest for murder.
She's innocent.
Laura is not getting out.
What do you want to know?
How you escaped from jail when no one else could.
You have to have the entire plan already in place. No prison in the world is airtight.
Do not do this.
We have no other choice.
The next 3 days. Order now on demand.
Becky Fuller, you start on Monday.
In every life, there is that first big break.
Yes!
That first top job.
You two should banter back and forth.
Banter from the Latin word meaning to gibber like a moron.
Enjoy the pain, get you.
That first true love.
You're different.
Yes.
Take what you want, steal my pride, fill me up.
You know him? No. Yeah, well, yes. I mean, yes.
Morning Glory.
This is my younger brother. I taught him everything he knows.
He's got 20 pounds on me, Dickie.
You can't be scared.
Well, how about you go fight him?
I want to give you a real shot.
What about my brother?
With all due respect, he's too much trouble.
He's using you.
You can't be me. You had a hard enough time being you, and that's why you're in here.
I'm the one fighting. Not you, and not you.
This is your time. I haven't been playing like Bloyd. You don't have to.
You don't make it what?
The Fighter. In a city where superheroes
Metro City.
aren't so super.
Don't even feel it.
Only a supervillain
We need a real hero.
can answer the call.
Hello.
It's hello.
Oh.
I smell a hero. Who are you?
Will Ferrell is
Where did you park the invisible
Car.
Megamind.
Ah! Quick, the forget-me stick. Oh, right. Well, hello, good looking.
From DreamWorks.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me if I can do a reading for you.
You have a duty to do it because you have a gift.
It's not a gift, it's a curse.
What do you think happens when we die?
I have visions with no way of switching it off.
Oh my God.
It's who you are, it's what you are. You can't run from that forever.
Hereafter.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand. kind of qualities would you be shopping for?
Sense of humor.
You women always say sense of humor. We all know that that's a lie.
Oh, jeez.
Relationships require passion.
She's a light of my life. My soulmate.
Is she the wind under your wings?
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
And maturity.
You want to tell me about your school?
Why?
Because you're a kid, there's nothing else to talk about?
Come on, be nice.
From the people who brought you Juno and Little Miss Sunshine, Jennifer Aniston, Jason Bateman, The Switch, available on demand same day as DVD.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
All you have to remember is that everything will be okay.
Oh my God.
I can do everything on my own.
See ya!
Bye.
I don't think we figured in his day at all.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
How much to Los Angeles?
One way or round trip?
You're kidding, right?
All her life.
Holy Redeemer Royals at 24-2. The Crusaders of Lancaster Catholic, a sparkling 28-1. A battle of district championships here tonight for the right to move on to the Final Four. This is the boys' AAA portion of the PIAA tournament, and there is just 1 week remaining to anybody's season, even if you go the distance. The final set for next Saturday at the Bryce Jordan Center on the campus of Penn State University. The Royals being introduced to this crowd here, and they have a good following coming from Luzerne County to watch this team in an effort to make an historic run here tonight. For the Royals, it'll be Tim Lambert, Austin Carr, John McCarthy, Stephen Rook, and Penn State University-bound Peter Alexis. Wouldn't it be a great story for him to be able to play on the campus that he will attend next year in his final prep game? Brian Rivera, Will Schlosser, Phil Wanger, Devon Pinkard, and Paul Senkowski, your starting five for the Crusaders of Lancaster Catholic. Joey Klazis in his 6th year, 133-41, 28-1 overall, 10-0 in the Lancaster Lebanon League Section 4. He is assisted by Fernando Sanchez, Tony Orcuti, Mike Rudy, Jim Heisey, and Greg Testa. For Holy Redeemer, Mark Bolensky is in his 4th year, 88-24. He is assisted by Paul Guido, Tim Crossan, John McCarthy, and Gary Lambert. And if he looks familiar, he has a couple of state championships on his resume, guiding Bishop O'Reilly to the single A title in 2004 and 2005. As a matter of fact, Rich, that 2005 team is the last District 2 team, boys or girls, to win a state championship. So a great opportunity for them. The school just opening 4 years ago, the result of a merger of 4 schools, Bishop Hathey, Seton Catholic, Bishop Hoban, and Bishop O'Reilly. An exciting time for a very young school.
Yes, it is, and certainly both teams, it's going to be interesting to see how they counter-attack their offense. We're looking at a 6'11", legitimate 6'11", Alexis out there, and how the Crusaders are going to have to use ball pressure against those guards as well as containment to keep that man away from the window.
Frank D'Angelo, Bob Bennett, Dave DeYoung. A trio of District 11 officials, and off we go here in the round of 8 in the boys 3A tournament. The Royals wearing their traveling Wren uniforms trimmed in gold. There's a touch of white with the game's first possession.
A little 2-3 zone by the Crusaders. That's designed specifically to keep Alexis away from the basketball as much as possible.
Ball tracked down by Tim Lambert. Welcome aboard all of our viewers and subscribers, and a new system for us up in the Wilkes-Barre area, Luzerne County, as we bring you live coverage of tonight's PIAA basketball game, and the Royals on the board with Stephen Rook, the 5'11 senior, scoring the game's first points.
Nice baseline drive by Rook as he saw the opportunity. The defense was collapsing on the big guy inside. Good decision to go strong to the rim.
Rich, we had an opportunity to see this Crusader team. Oh, there's a rejection for Alexis inside. Averages 3 of those a game and has 1 already. But we saw this Lancaster team beat Central Catholic in a workmanlike effort. They have topped the 70-point mark in each of their last 2 state playoff games. Rook looking for 3 more and buries it. His 29th of the year, and the Royals out to a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, one of the deficits of playing a straight-up zone and trying to double up on Peter Alexis inside is you're going to have to give up something. And let's give credit certainly to Stephen Roach. Did a good job of recognizing that, and the point guard out there, Austin Carr, did a good job of getting the ball in a position where the young man has the first 5 points of this game. Good timeout by Coach Claes for the Lancaster Crusaders to talk some strategy.
Yeah, there's a young man with a look in his eyes. Averaging 9.5 per game, 29.3 here. He's coming off a 10-point effort in their win against Philadelphia Electric and Technology. That's just one school, a charter school out of the Philadelphia Catholic League. They opened the playoffs by beating Danville. Crusaders now looking for an answer. Rivera splashes home a 3. Brian Rivera, 23rd of the year, coming off a 12-point effort in their win against Central Catholic, where he also had a 3. Entry pass gets away. Good denial inside by Pinker.
And that's what they're going to have to continue to do. The Crusaders is put good ball pressure in the perimeter whenever possible, and maybe not allow them to swing the basketball, because that's when they get in trouble, when they stretch that zone. On the offensive end, the Crusaders are very patient, very methodical. They'll work for the best shot.
Joey Clazis, the 6th-year head coach of the Crusaders. District 3 champions for the 2nd time in the school's history. They won it all in 2003, part of a sparkling 35-0 season. Capture the school's only state championship and the other District 3 championship. Hustling defense by the Crusaders. Here's Rook. Boy, is he dialed in.
My goodness.
He's got all 8.
Rook is, as you said, Mike, he has zeroed in on that rim, and we're talking nylon, except for the layup. The 2 threes are nicely done.
Yeah, he's not wearing out the iron on the rim, that's for sure. Rook, 13 points against Danville. He's had a 3 in each of his last 2 games. He already has 2 in this one for the Royals. A rim out on a potential 3 for the Crusaders, and the Royals there for the board. Austin Carr, 6'1" senior. 2 teams that are, other than Alexis, who's 6'11", very fundamentally sound, pass the ball well. Breakaway, awkward shot by Rivera, but a good job by Pinkert of running the court.
And Pinkert showing you why he is so valuable to this team. As you mentioned, able to get up and down with the best of them, and then focused on the cleanup to get his team within 3.
Well, he was outstanding in their win against Central, 18 points. Finally get the ball somewhat near Alexis.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of not allowing him to touch it, but obviously other people, especially Rook, has come on strong on the offense.
And a personal foul on Pinkert. He's the closest thing they have to 6'11" at 6'4", and there is the big guy with some good hands, and Alexis is on the board. He has scored 20-plus in each of their last 3 games. Rich, we've seen some 6'11" guys throughout our coverage of high school basketball, but this guy's pretty solid at 252. Also a volleyball player at the school. They're going to give him the test here, and swats it out of bounds. That's Phil Wenger testing the inside waters.
Yeah, there's a nice job of Wenger to get inside there, but you can't belly up against him. That's exactly what he wants you to do. You've got to create some space there, a little fadeaway or that extra dribble, again, to get a clean look. He's got those long arms, and he waits till you leave the floor, taking full advantage of his size at 6'11".
They're in there again on him, and he's got his 3rd block of this opening quarter. Pinkard was inside, but to no avail.
Well, you need at least 2 ball fakes now when you're inside. Hopefully you'll get him off his feet on one of them. If not, it's going to be difficult to score.
Denied by Pinkard. Now they alley-oop inside. Once he catches it there, you're in a world of trouble.
And too soft in the perimeter. You cannot allow the team 2 things I don't think they can allow. A, the swinging of the basketball. That separates everybody. And 2, you must put pressure on the ball at all times.
3 minutes to go, opening quarter. You're watching live PIAA basketball coverage here from Parkland High School in the Lehigh Valley. Ring up, block number 4 for the big guy. Well, he's having a block party in this opening 8 minutes for Mark Bolensky, the 4th-year head coach.
That's a good job of waiting. I like to see the left hand rather than the right hand, but that was a good job.
Austin Carr with the takeaway on the inbounds. Carr quickly into the front court. Raising up is John McCarthy. And there's Alexis again with a board, but this time blocked. I think it was Paul Senkowski. Got a piece of it, 6'3" senior.
Crusaders need a basket here.
Will Slosher, his father, highly successful head coach at Allentown Central Catholic here in the Lehigh Valley, now at Elizabethtown. Slosher, a 6-foot senior, his 21st 3 of the season. Wraparound pass, and there's just too much traffic in there. The Crusaders couldn't keep it in play, however. Subs into the ball game. Number 15, Robbie Rowe. Getting a breather is Brian Rivera. Here's Rook. That time they did a better job of getting a hand in his face. It was number 15, Robbie Rowe, just into the ball game.
Good box out by Pinkard there to prevent Alexis from getting a second opportunity, or another opportunity, I should say.
Rowe working baseline, and you have to feel the presence of Alexis. They have helped to force that turnover as well.
And he's a facilitator of change in there. He's going to change everything you think you can do, and certainly he's had an effect on the Crusaders.
Game winning streak for the Royals into this one. Their only league loss was to Tunkhannock. 3 other out-of-league losses, Reading Central, Abington Heights, and Scranton. All very good programs. Rook is cooled off a little bit after that red-hot start. And the rebound to Rowe. Opportunity to dig into a 4-point deficit. Wenger turns and sees 6'11". Good decision on his part. Rowe working baseline. There is another rejection. They're going to call this one a held ball. It will stay with the Crusaders.
You got to admire the effort as you see, again, Rowe making the turn there. But you got to really start understanding that you're not going to get too much with that dribble drive when he's playing it in the paint there. You're going to have to start taking that and looking for that little mid-range jump shot, anywhere from 15 to 10 feet. And if he comes out, then you can possibly dump it down to a teammate.
Austin Carr had a takeaway there, but gave it right back. Alexis was not expecting the pass. Pinker turns, and again, an imposing figure inside. There's a bomb from Senkowski that one hops over the back of the iron. 49.9 to play, first quarter. Lebanon League Section 4 champs, Lancaster Lebanon League, with a 10-0 record. Carr working past midcourt. Wenger defensively. Carr looking to go the distance. And a rebounding foul whistled on Tim Lambert.
Opportunity here with 36 seconds now for the Crusaders to see if they could stretch that 2-3 zone a little bit and maybe get a good look before the end of the first quarter, get it down to maybe a 1 or 2-point game.
Coach Bolensky, 88-24. That is the school's record. This their 4th season in operation. He's a graduate of Wyoming Valley West 1980, Luzerne County Community College 1983, where he also played for a state basketball championship there. So while this is new to the school and new to these players, he's, as a player and as a coach, knows what it takes to be a champion in the state of Pennsylvania. 5 to shoot for the Crusaders. And a bomb rattles home for Will Slasher to end his first 8 minutes of play. It's a 1-point ball game. 12-11 Holy Redeemer.
What they did to that boy was wrong.
Smile for the camera.
That boy they killed is my brother. I'm gonna kill them all.
If you're on his list, then you're already dead. Dwayne Johnson.
Where are you?
Billy Bob Thornton.
God can't save you from me.
Faster.
As good an opening 8 minutes as we may have seen all year long between these two. Looking to move on, the winner gets District 1 champion Octorora or defending champion Newman Goretti, all district champions in the upper part of the bracket right now. Nice denial on the entry pass. It was Senkowski knocking it away, and here he is now at the offensive end.
Now that's an excellent job by the Crusaders. They fronted and got help from the weak side. That caused further deflection. In trouble when you get into that paint area.
Well, they've tested the waters. Now let's see how they make adjustments. Of course, the bombs that they're making in the threes, that's the way to do it. Robbie Rowe, he had a 3-point field goal in their win against Central, and that is the first lead of the ball game for Lancaster Catholic, 14-12.
Really good ball pressure.
They have 4 players as Alexis has a 2-point answer at the other end. Crusaders have 4 players with over 23s on the year. All 4 of them had 1 3 in the opening half against Central Catholic, and 3 of the 4 already with a triple in this ball game here. Great balance, work together well as a team. This is Rowe looking for another. And it will be awarded to the Royals.
Crusaders fans, by the reaction of the player who tried to screen the Holy Deanery player from getting the basketball, viewed it as he saw that the Holy Redeemer player was the last one to touch, but the official saw that there was obviously a Crusader had a hand on the ball.
Rivera knocked it free for a moment. Great hustle by both teams. 2 teams, as we mentioned in that quarter, Rich, very good fundamentally, all handle the ball well. You know, even you look at Peter Alexis, a big guy that, you know, handles himself well in there. They've got him isolated one-on-one, and that's an unenviable task for Paul Senkowski from behind.
Yeah, with his size and strength, with that power drop step, he just moves and creates space, and no one really can challenge him when he's down that deep.
Alexis with 8 of their 16. Stephen Rook got him off to the quick start, and now it's Alexis. Here's a reach-in on Tim Lambert, and that is going to be number 2 on the 5'9 senior. That's quickly going to bring in Austin Carr. 7 seniors for the Royals, 5 starters. Non-shooting foul, but Lambert will have to now spend some time on the Royals bench.
A little 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play. Let's see how they handle it.
Slasher. Will, the second to play basketball at Lancaster Catholic. His older brother Ben was a part of that magical year back in 2003 where they went undefeated 35-0 as the state champs. Look at the crowd that Alexis gets, to no avail. As after falling behind by 2, they score 6 unanswered and take a 4-point lead.
We get a good look at Peter Alexis is showing you why he's considered a facilitator of change. There we see Pinker trying to get it inside a little block. Wanger tries to go one-on-one to no prevail. And again, looking at the efforts of Pinker trying to challenge him inside, but just waiting for the offense to elevate and then using the long arms for the deflection or the changing of the shot. Nicely done by Peter Alexis.
Certainly hope you folks up in the Wilkes-Barre area are enjoying our live coverage of the PIAA playoffs, although I'm hard-pressed to think that there are many people at home. There's an awful lot of red here in this gym here tonight. And want to send along get well wishes is up that area to Dolores Sershin. Dolores is the towel lady for the Royal basketball team, and understand that she had an accident earlier this week, broke a hip, and unable to get to tonight's ball game. We understand she's home watching tonight live through our coverage. So Dolores, get well wishes from everybody down here involved with the basketball program. They miss you here, and leading by 4. Crusaders now back to work at the offensive end. Pinker, good adjustment by Devon Pinker.
That time, Pinker did a good job of getting Alexis to lean to one side and coming back with the long extension of the right arm for the half hook.
He was really impressive against Central Catholic at the Geigel Complex in their round 2 win. Takeaway, and here comes Wanger. He's been a little quiet here early going. They make the extra pass, but a foul coming in on the double down. It looks like they have Ryan DeReamer, a 5'10 junior, who's now into the game.
Holy Redeemer did a good job of getting back on defense. Inside passing there, trying to get Pinkard the basketball, but the foul occurred, so it's a non-shooting foul. The Crusaders will keep it in play.
This is Rivera.
I don't know where you're going when you penetrate that seam.
Another shot altered that time. And there's another block. Good action, good hustle by Lancaster Catholic. They're staying with it in there. Fouls starting to accumulate now against the Royals.
Peter Alexis, I do believe, got tagged with that one, just his first.
No, they call that one on Austin Carr.
Change there? Okay. Pardon me, thank you, Mike.
Carr is first, team's 4th. Yeah, they're getting some results now. Senkowski right into the big guy. They have 3 players, the Crusaders, who have scored over 40 points in their last 3 playoff games. Wanger, 48, Pinkard 40, and Senkowski with 42. There's a 3 far side for Adam Dunsmer. Dunsmer did not score against Philadelphia Electric. He had 5 and a 3 against Danville, which is 27th 3 of the season.
Tough shot. Not much room to operate. Good hustle, though, as you mentioned. Give the Crusaders a lot of credit. They are working extremely hard on the offensive boards just to keep the ball alive so they can get another touch and perhaps an opportunity to score. That's just good work there on their part.
Really was. They're going to get Alexis with the foul here.
All right, now we got him first, I do believe.
And it will send Schlosser to the free throw line, a 79%er. His playoffs so far in the district final against Eastern York, he had 9 points, all of them in the 4th quarter. He had 15 against Boys Latin, and coming off an 8-point effort against Central Catholic, a school that his father took to 2 PIAA state championships back in the late 80s. Back to a 1-point game.
There's where you really don't want to foul. I thought the defense was pretty good up to that point. He's coming across at the high post, going from side to side. That's not going to hurt you that much. Again, just stay behind him then and play solid defense.
Back to work on the offense. Carr trying to relocate. Leaves for Dunsmore. Long rebound. And Slosher has it and an opportunity to retake the lead. They led briefly by 2. Tough angle by Will Slosher, falling out of bounds, and they take a 1-point lead.
Slosher's feeling it on the offensive end as he moves into the double digits early in this basketball game. Another steal here now by the Crusaders. They're looking to run, and that's their forte.
And they are on a good roll. Rivera hanging in the air to draw the foul. Stops the clock with 2:55 to go. Slosher with 10 points. 10 of their 22.
Good decision by the Crusaders to try to get that fast break going off of steals and or misses when the opportunity is there to try to beat Peter Alexis down the court and see if they could take advantage of their quickness and get some baskets in transition.
70% free throw shooting team are the Crusaders. They made 19 of 26 in eliminating Central Catholic on Tuesday night. They had 23 field goals in that game and 5 for 17 threes. 1 of 2 for Rivera, and that matches their biggest lead of the game at 2. Led briefly at 14-12. Rook now being hounded by Zach O'Grady into the contest.
See, good ball pressure right now. They're not allowing, again, the Royals to make dribble drive penetration and dump off to the big man. They're making them go side to side. That's excellent man defense.
Well, they're giving the big man a workout inside, and DeReamer drills the 3. Ryan DeReamer coming off a 2-point effort. Yeah. That's a big one there, Coach.
Yes, it is. And I was going to say, Mike, he backed off that arc to get some space because of the pressure. Give the young man credit, though. Has the range to knock it down and gives his team a lead.
Round of 8 in the boys' AAA portion of the PIAA tournament. Very nice job making himself available.
Short corner.
Slosher off the mark. Rebound into the hands of DeReamer. Ryan DeReamer, a 5'10 junior, has really played well and has needed to with Tim Lambert in foul trouble. 1-point game and a timeout. Charge to the Royals. Good action under the hoop, Coach.
Oh, absolutely. There, we got a little shirt, a little skin there. We double up. We're gonna. Who said it's not a contact sport?
He's pretty poised, and I'm sure he's seen that kind of action all year long, and his composure is quite impressive.
He does a good job of moving, though. As soon as the ball starts to go to the other side, he makes nice moves to try to create a passing lane, become a wide body. So he's well schooled in how to go to box.
Characters there for the Royals. And Nittany Lion here. Minute and a half to go in a very entertaining opening 16 minutes of action from Parkland High School. Knocked out of bounds, it will stay with the Royals. We were talking about Coach Polinsky earlier. He was also an assistant coach at his alma mater, Wyoming Valley West, when they finished runner-up in the PIAA baseball tournament in 1996. That was under Jerry Stortz. West with some good programs. DeReamer relocates. Both teams with very good patience at the offensive end. Dunsmore, there's an offensive board. Alexis unable to follow this one in. And a turnover, and Joey Clazis, not the happiest of head coaches right now. I think he wanted an over-the-top call on Peter Alexis.
And Clazis showing you this concern there that he perhaps thought or didn't have control of it. So if you don't have control, you can't call it a walk, either or. Not a good pass, a bad pass. Let's see now if the Crusaders can take advantage of the theft.
Kicked out of bounds. It was Senkowski on the takeaway. 48.1 to go in this opening half. last shot. Will Schlosser with the first quarter horn with the 3 to make it a 12-11 game. Two teams have battled even through this second 8-minute segment. Mishandled by Schlosser, but gains control.
A good decision to bring out Pinkard if they're going man-to-man, and they are. Get that big guy away from the basket and allow the guards to use some dribble drive penetration and maybe a kick out for a good look.
No, that's exactly what you called, and there was the scenario. Pinkard, change of direction. Schlosser lining up the 3. Offensive rebound and a bucket. What a play by Phil Wanger. Are you kidding me? And that will be the difference in this opening half as the Crusaders take a 25-24 lead into the locker room.
You meet thousands of people, and none of them really touch you. And then you meet one person, and your life has changed forever.
I need you.
I need you more.
I love you.
What?
I've never said that to anyone before.
You never said it to your parents?
No.
You never said it to your brother?
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
Anthony Bourdain is back for an all-new season of No Reservations.
Nicaragua, Cambodia, Haiti, all amazing countries. We're making a real effort to not take the easy route. My greatest pleasure on the show is being wrong. Anything's possible.
An all-new season of Anthony Bourdain, Mondays at 9.
Only on Travel Channel. Travel here.
It's a new beginning with new hopes, new dreams, and a new season of 30 clubs in 30 days. Get ready as MLB Network takes you inside every team's training camp. 30 clubs in 30 days presented by Kingsford Charcoal. New episodes all this month on MLB Network. Also available on video on demand.
I'm so glad I woke up today. I'm so glad I woke up today. Everything is going my way. The morning sun of course along came right to my door. Turned up the gray where brighter days are waiting for me.
HDNet Sunday Concerts brings the biggest events in music right to your living room.
The Rolling Stones. Jack Johnson.
Sometimes time doesn't heal.
Paul McCartney.
HDNet Sunday Concerts. Live life loud.
HDNet is available on Blue Ridge Digital Cable with HD Basic. Call today to order.
I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure we're guilty of something.
HDNet Movies is available on Blue Ridge Digital Cable with HD Plus. Call today to order.
Chef Ann Burrell and Chef Robert Irvine.
A 25-24 ball game after 16 minutes of regulation. Phil Wanger, one of their top scorers, scoreless till that point, taking all the momentum all the way into the locker room. What a terrific first half of basketball. Welcome back to Parkland High School. Mike Zambelli, Rich Baxen. Indeed, I mean, this one looks like it's going right down to the wire, Coach, and it could come down to a play like that, determining who goes on to the Final Four.
Yeah, got to give credit to the Crusaders on the offensive end. They really have done a nice job of finding ways to score. Wenger, we saw there, a degree of difficulty was certainly high there, but Will Schlosser has got into an early rhythm to carry them through this, and everybody's picking one another up on the offensive end, and that's important in a game of this nature.
Take a look at the big guy, Peter Alexis. What do you like about his game, Coach?
I like the way he becomes a wide body when he gets into the paint area. He doesn't leave the paint area. He works from block to block, and then you're going to see him. He'll go down on a diagonal. Good turn and square, keeps the ball above his shoulders. A lot of fundamentally sound principles he executes when he gets the ball in the paint area. Nice and strong, goes to the window, and a good finisher. The more touches he has, the better off Holy Redeemer's going to be.
Going to continue his career at Penn State University, play for Ed DeChellis. The Nittany Lions eliminated in round one of the NCAA tournament. We're traveling that magical road to Penn State. 16 minutes of regulation basketball. But first, stats and highlights when we return.
Disney Family Movies. 10 movies per week. On demand, anytime. And now playing. Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch. Save! That Darn Cat.
You're not a cat person, are you?
And an inside look at Tangled.
Would you like to know more?
Subscribe now to Disney Family Movies.
Order with digital remote on channel 997.
The young guns of the Nationwide Series go up against seasoned veterans of NASCAR as the drivers take on a new season, running new Challengers, Impalas, Camrys, and Mustangs. The NASCAR Nationwide Series on ESPN and ESPN2. ESPN, serving NASCAR fans everywhere.
Add HD Basic to Blue Ridge Digital Cable for free to get ESPN HD and ESPN2 HD.
If you haven't seen Conan, tune into Conan. Starring me, Conan.
This is getting out of hand.
No, it's not. Conan.
Conan, all new, weeknights at 11. Available in high definition, only on TBS. Very funny.
Add HD Basic to Blue Ridge Digital Cable for free to get TBS HD. Call 800-CABLE-77 to order.
People want to go on the internet and check out their friends, so why not build a website that offers that? We don't know what it can be. We don't know what it will be. We know that it is cool.
You made Facebook.
Yeah, groupies.
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? $1 billion.
You're being accused of violating copyrights, violating individual privacy.
Your best friend is suing you for $600 million.
I didn't know that. Tell me more.
The Social Network, now on demand.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
Rent it here first, on demand.
I'm Will Coulson. We're working together today.
In training, they just give you an F. Out here, you get killed.
Destruction could result in the worst disaster in the history of the state.
Take off right now. We can chase it down. Are you in or you out?
I'm not risking this company just because some engineer wants to play hero.
Not for you. Not doing it for you.
Unstoppable.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
My brother is about to marry the girl who ruined my life in high school.
Long-lost rivals. Longer-lost rivals.
Aunt Mona, this is Will's mom.
How long has it been? Don't tell or I'll have to strangle you.
Don't turn everything into a competition.
Tim!
What is your phone number, by the way?
555-0172. I'm also on Facebook and the Twitter.
You again.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
The Crestman Insurance Agency first half highlights. Rich, take it away.
Nice ball movement there by Crusaders as Will Schlosser gets the Crusaders off to a good start with the good look from downtown on the left side and then comes back on the right side. Little mid-baseline jump shot, a little fall away there and a little hesitation. Again, nice job with the bounce to get some space for the J. Kept his team in on the offensive end. We look at Rook. showing you how to shoot the ball early. Got a number of looks early and took full advantage of it. Nice ball, and again, it shows you what he can do from the perimeter, knocking down a couple of threes, and then good ball reversal. And when you have ball reversal, that allows Alexis to come to the ball on the ball side, and a good job there of catching and finishing in traffic, showing you his strength. Overall, a well-played game by both clubs.
Overhead Door Company bringing you these halftime numbers. The Royals outstanding at 10 for 19, 53%. Crusaders just grinding it out in there, 9 for 24, 38%. Each team has hit 4 three-point field goals, only free throws by the Crusaders. Turnovers, Alexis with 10, 8 for Rookie, got off to that hot start. Slosher leading the way for the Crusaders with 10. On we go to the third quarter here. The winner moves into the state's Final Four. Crusaders with the first possession. Take a moment to thank Steve Bennett, writer for the Citizens Voice up in the Wilkes-Barre area, for helping provide us with some numbers for tonight's ball game on the Holy Redeemer players. One of the things that you provided me with was an update on the all-time leading scorers, as there is a turnover in the history of the district. And Alexis is one of those guys moving up there. He's currently 13th all-time. Bob Stevenson of Elk Lake, 2,966 career points. And some of the names on that list: Jerry McNamara, Dave Popson, Chris Shovlin, Bob Sugra. Nice ball fake inside as Pinker starts the third quarter on a positive note for the Crusaders. They lead it by 3.
Again, nice sharing of the basketball by the Crusaders. Worked themselves in the position where Pinker had an opportunity to use the basket as a defender and get the first 2 of the third quarter for Lancaster Catholic.
There's Alexis with an offensive board to hoop in some harm. 25 points against West Scranton in their district finals, 20 against Danville, 26 against Philadelphia Electric and Technology.
Nice job of cleaning up the miss there by Peter Alexis as he gets opportunity to finish with the three-point play.
Just a shade under 60% on the year, 79 for 133, 59.4%. A number I'm sure they'll look to try and get up a little higher when he gets to Penn State University. All tied at 27 apiece. Beautiful bounce pass as Wenger finds the cutter, Brian Rivera.
That's a nice job of the adjustments made at halftime by the coaching staff to get the ball centered and then look to the baseline, because Alexis is up high, giving his forwards a chance to get a quick shot off near the basket or under the basket.
Well, if one of the formulas to beating the Royals is to make good passes down low, this is the team. That one's going to count. That's a goaltend on Alexis. And we learned that Tuesday night against Central. They are not afraid to hit the open man and pass up what might be a good shot for a better shot.
Exactly.
And a timeout. This one charged for the Royals. It's all in the family for the Royals as well. As you look at Mark Polensky, Tim Lambert, number 12, and 24, John McCarthy, are cousins. Matter of fact, John's father is an assistant coach on the staff, and they own McCarthy's Tire. His sister, Katie Lambert, they own the company together, and they are big supporters of this program, as you might imagine. Now you're going to look at Tim Lambert. He had to sit some in that opening half due to foul trouble. And his cousin John McCarthy, boy, what a special moment. And of course, his dad on the staff, and school 4 years old, and the deepest run they have made. They did not qualify for the tournament in 2008. Finished runner-up in the district in 2009 and 2010. Won a playoff game a year ago before losing in round 2. And Alexis, in a little frustration there after the rim out, picks up his second foul of the ball game.
Nice job again of the Crusaders. They're making life very difficult for him there to catch and finish, and he came over the top. So as you mentioned, he picked up his second teams first.
This is a Crusader team playing with a great deal of confidence. They have made some very good adjustments in this ball game, Rich. They tested the water early, and now they are firing on all cylinders. Senkowski on the turnaround. Their largest lead of the ball game at 6.
Well, what's nice about that, with Senkowski at the foul line now, it forces Alexis to make a decision whether to go up and challenge or stay back and help out on the weak side forward coming to the box. So, obviously, the Crusaders did their homework at halftime and are doing a nice job executing the offense that Coach would like them to use the second half.
And the Crusader faithful, pretty good following out of District 3. Rising to salute their team. 5:23 to go third quarter. And Coach Polensky, realizing this is a very important part of the game, burns another timeout. His team now down 33-27. Their correct record, I think I mistakenly said it earlier, they are 24-4 on the year. Losses to start the season to Scranton, 80-70. They lost to Abington Heights, a team we saw in the opening round of the state tournament here, 48-44. Reading Central Catholic, who is making their way through the 1A portion of this tournament, 58-46. Reading Central, a runner-up in the tournament last year. And many feel they're the team to beat in the single A class. Their last loss, back on January 22nd in league play to Tunkhannock, a final of 53-49. Here's a look at the bracket. Lancaster Catholic getting past Allentown Central, Holy Redeemer, past Philadelphia Electric, and can't go east-west. It's just the other part of the bracket now. Eastern York still alive, the runner-up out of District 3. Another takeaway, Schlosser. And it will remain with the Crusaders.
You know, the pace of this game has picked up since the second quarter, and I'm watching Peter Alexis now. He's being challenged because he has to get up and down the court. And there again, mental mistake on the out-of-bounds play. Now the Crusaders enjoying their biggest lead of this afternoon or evening, 8 points.
Schlosser finding Wanger. They're beating them on quickness.
Yes, they are.
Precise passing. And then it's been a formula for success for them. 28-1 on the year. Their only loss to 4A Hempfield. Here's Rook. Held ball. It will stay with the Royals.
Now the Royals shouldn't get away from their game plan now. Obviously, they showed some patience early in this one.
Rook off the inbounds. Alexis a bucket and a foul. That's a big one.
Very difficult to move him out when he's in that close, and you can see the banging going on down there.
The wingspan,
yeah.
He was a yard and a half behind the other guy. Had him boxed out, and he's just able to reach up over that way and completes the three-point play to stop the Crusader run.
And Pickard picked up his third.
Lancaster Catholic back to their winning ways here. 4 different scores in this third quarter already. Good strong rebound by Austin Carr. And a foul in the backcourt. This one on Rivera.
You like the aggressive...
Schlosser, excuse me, the personal.
I said you like the aggressive play of the Crusaders, but fouling negates all that good hustle as Pickard has to take a seat with 3 fouls.
Thanks to Kleckner & Sons Appliances, aboard for this quarter, number 3. 2 locations to serve you down here in the Lehigh Valley, 1 in Whitehall and 1 in Emmaus. Royals, opportunity here to get into a 5-point deficit. They got it inside to the big guy who delivers.
That's very good patience on their part. Did a good job of waiting till Alexis got into a position where he could score the ball. Nicely done.
Rich, not only is he 6'11", which obviously creates a problem, but he's also giving Lancaster Catholic problems with his strength. They can't keep him off that low box. You know that they're talking about it, but 2 guys just can't deny him that position. And once he catches it there, you're in trouble. No, they're taking it right at him. That's Brian Rivera again.
Brian Rivera with the quick release once he got into the paint before Alexis could get there, deflect or block his shot.
Rivera in double digits with 10. A 3 at the other end for Austin Carr. Carr with 31 of them on the year, the team's leader. Three minutes to go, third quarter. Rook in traffic. They're fortunate to maintain possession here. Ill-advised pass, and that turnover written all over it. Mark Polensky works at Blue Cross up in the Wilkes-Barre area. 2004, 2005, Bishop O'Reilly, single A state champions.
Not a good decision.
And the rebound to Robbie Roy working the other way. And that's his shot.
I like that.
That's Sinkowski's shot. The more he makes that, the more he's going to draw the big guy out.
Yeah, exactly. And that way, it opens up the backside. Smart move by Coach. Both clubs are well coached, though, on both ends of the court.
What a treat to watch these two play. Tough to not see one of them be able to move on to the Final Four. Look, they work it inside out. Offensive rebound to McCarthy. And they deal inside one-on-one. That's a hustle basket. Second opportunity, back to a two-point game.
Good positioning again by Peter Alexis, and good spreading out, taking up, being a wide body on that box for the catch and finish.
Alexis swats another one out of there. Chance to draw even with a deuce. 3 to take the lead, winding down third quarter. Setting up Austin Carr. Good box out on Alexis, but sneaking in for the rebound was Lambert, but couldn't cash in. Alexis finally there for the miss, but now an offensive foul as he put that elbow out to clear some space. That's going to be number 3.
A solid rebound there, trying to protect the basketball, but again, there it is. That's the one that's caught because it came down below. Up top or above is okay to keep clear space because that's certainly your right. But once the elbows were dropped down below the shoulders and then the motion made automatically. Easy call for the official.
Alexis in his career has had career games against Hazleton. He had a 41 against them last year and 38 earlier this year. He's at 20 right now, and that is his average. As we wind down this third quarter. But he plays now with 3 personal fouls.
I was going to see if they ISO him. Now they change off on whoever he guards getting him with the basket. No? All right.
Lancaster Catholic has beaten the Horn the first 2 times they've had an opportunity. Rivera, the pass inside. Boy, what a gutty play by Alexis as he was there for the block, playing with the 3 fouls. 3 down here from Parkland High School. Lancaster Catholic 39-37.
Everything's the same here at ABE Car Care Centers. Cliff and Jim taught Cliff Cream Jr. all about honesty, trust, and reliability.
Yeah, and they're open Saturdays from 8:30 to 1.
You know, it's almost like it can read your car's mind. I bet it can even tell what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
I'll draw a blank. See, I told you he was good.
What I'm really thinking is I hope somebody brought the donuts.
Car Care Plus, only at ABE Car Care Centers.
8 minutes of regulation basketball on this fourth quarter clock. And the Crusaders miss with an opportunity to add to a 2-point lead. Every possession now going to be so important. Ruck thought about a three. Bodies flying everywhere inside. Boy, Alexis picked himself up off the court to tie this game at 39.
He's a competitor, and nobody really can compete with him around the rim once he's in that deep.
Yeah, there was a body on the court. He tripped. He was down on all fours. And still time. Well, here's an important whistle. I think this one's going to be on Rook.
Yes, I do believe you're right.
Thank all the folks here at Parkland High School for their great courtesies and hospitalities. Jeff Geisel, the athletic director. Mike Snyder representing the PIAA here as a game manager. It's great to hear some of the folks from up in the Wilkes-Barre area and Lancaster Catholic coming in and marveling at this facility. A little older than 10 years right now, and they're proud to be able to offer this facility in terms of hosting these kind of games. It's a great opportunity for area fans to see some great talent throughout the state, and been treated to a great basketball game here tonight.
Absolutely. Wanger now trying to get his team on top. They had an opportunity for the two-shot foul, but missed the first. He is a good one from the charity stripe, 81% on the season. Or excuse me, 60% on the season. Could be a lot better, I should say. I read my notes incorrectly, but I'd like to get this one.
Gives his team a 1-point lead. Wanger 14 against Central Catholic, made 8 of 11 free throws. 14, 16 against Eastern York. He had 18 against Boys Latin. Entry pass got away, last touch by Lancaster Catholic. 3, and throughout most of the night, 4 collapsing on Alexis when he touches the basketball.
Yeah, they're playing him by committee as far as defensively. When the ball goes anywhere near the paint, they'll try to close down from up top, behind, forcing him to give it up and not letting him get any kind of position.
I know one thing, that number 52 jersey is going to be a little bigger than it was when it started the game. There's been a lot of stretching and holding on it. But that's what he's seen all year long, as we mentioned. You asked me prior to the game, how do you play him? Do you like the way that Lancaster Catholic has gone about it?
Absolutely. You're not going to obviously deny him the basketball. You've got to do exactly what they're doing. Contest every possible way, front, up top, from behind, get help, make him give it up. And, of course, he's going to hurt you at times, but don't let him consistently set up in that post area.
Knocked out of bounds off of the Royals. Ryan Rivera in no particular hurry. His team leads by a point.
And Crusaders had a little spurt in that third quarter where they stretched it out a little bit. They have that kind of ability if they get running game going.
Rivera hard to the basket. They're fearless.
Yeah. And he's got that great release as he turns the corner again. By the time Alexis is there, he has it up off the window. Nicely done again.
Getting that balance that they so desperately need. He now has a dozen. And another miss for the Royals. Inside out they go. Senkowski. Oh, that could have been a dagger. He's got an offensive rebound.
Good hustle. Good hustle. Rebound gives it. They'll reset and reload. Here he goes again.
Rivera. Pinkard banging on the offensive boards. And that's going to result into another foul. They pointed in the direction of John McCarthy. It will send Pinkard to the free throw line. He's a 73%er.
Pinkard does a good job. We noticed that Obviously, in his last performance, did a great job of getting to the basketball. He's very quick to get to the ball. I mentioned earlier, the last 3 or 4 games, he's elevated his offensive output as well as his rebounding ability. He is the team's leading rebounder, especially on the offensive end. Good hustle. Track it down, get another possession.
That's Slosher. And finally the rebound controlled by Dunsmore. The Royals dodged the bullet there.
Yeah, missed opportunity for the Crusaders. Let's see how the Royals now go back to work and try to stretch out this man-to-man that's being double and triple teaming. Alexis.
Now 3 wide of the mark by Carr. Rebound to the Royals. Lambert misfires. Rook now. And he lost the handle on it. Retrieved in the far corner by Wenger. Rivera spotting up for 3. Oh, there's Tankard out dueling Alexis for the board. And a foul whistled on Tim Lambert. Just a little quicker right now than the Royals.
A little fatigue perhaps maybe setting in, and let's give Pinkard the nod there as Devon Pinkard did a good job of getting there and then earning the right to shoot 2 with 4. You can see with 4:41 left, every possession now starting to take on more importance as this game winds down.
Yeah, Peter Alexis has been getting worked over inside. It's tough for a big guy. They just drop those guys. Look at he barely has room to even run around and move around. Look at him. He's constantly tripping and falling over somebody, and he still scored.
I do like it. I'm sure Penn State's going to like this young man's ability to move from box to box. Doesn't lose his composure. Tries again to establish himself. Again, keeps his eye on the ball. Good work ethic by the big guy.
Mark Polensky, Paul Guido, one of his assistants. He's been with him for 10 years. Paul Guido works in the area with children and youth. Tim Crossan, John McCarthy, Gary Lambert, and 7 seniors who have been a part of this program since the doors opened up there. Once again, if you're just tuning in, the merger in its 4th year of Bishop Hayfie, Seton Catholic, Bishop Hoban, and Bishop O'Reilly to form Holy Redeemer High School. And they have progressed basketball-wise. Each year it was just a little better, into the district championships, get in the state tournament, lose the first round, get in the next year, win a first round. School's first district championship this year. They're in a fight here to move on. And the Crusaders, the 70% free throw shooting team, have left some points there, and now a foul committed by Wenger. He nearly had the takeaway. Just the 4th team foul, a non-shooting foul.
They pride themselves in their defense. They really work hard at it. He's one of the better ones when it comes to Wenger, I'm referring to. When it comes to one-on-one, you really have to protect the basketball. You expose it. With his good footwork, he's going to pick your pocket.
A double team. And there's a takeaway. And Wenger lays it up and in. 6-point lead. Under 4.5 to go. Lambert. Rebound controlled by Pinker.
Like I was just going to say, the last 3 possessions, Holy Redeemer has been content to look for the 3-ball and not the big guy inside. You've got to go back to who brought them to this point. It was a combination of good perimeter shooting, but good, strong inside play by the big man, getting him involved. A nice baseline pass, as you see, and then a good steal by Wenger as good anticipation. I said the young man is perhaps their best defensive ball player one-on-one.
Talked with the scorekeeper for both schools in Lancaster Catholic and chatted with him, and he said, we knew this team was going to be pretty good, but, don't know about 28-1. And I think you get an example why. There's an attitude, there's a trust amongst one another. They really figured things out in this game here. Obviously, they don't have 6'11", but they know they have something that they can rely on, and it right now has them out in front by 6. Hinker checks off, leaves for Wanger. There's a big block by Alexis.
Good hustle by Alexis because he left his man to get over there. Now the opportunity for them to build on a 6-point lead.
9 rejections in the game for Peter Alexis.
Let's see if they go back to the basics now. Show a little bit more patience getting the ball to the big guy.
Well, it nearly found its way there, but Schlosser comes up with a loose ball. Wanger. And a block on the Royals.
Here again, now the Crusaders are having their way. Their ability to get the ball out of traffic, and then you see Wanger now see the block occurring. Doesn't make the basket, but he'll get a chance to shoot to. That bodes well for the Crusaders. The more they can get out and run, make good decisions, that's part of their offensive repertoire of that transition game.
There are those involved with the Crusaders program that feel that maybe the last year's team may have been a little better than this group, but they lost to Eastern York in the District 3 final 55-53, and then lost in the second round of the state tournament to District 3 number 6, York Suburban. And those setbacks have kind of driven these young men to be where they are right now. 3 minutes away perhaps from playing Tuesday night. Alexis on the tip. Off the miss that time by Dunsmore.
Nice job of Peter Alexis then, just finding ways to clean up the misses, get his team within 4.
That's a big play. Senkowski with the 3. And their top 4 3-point shooters have all made at least one again here in this game. Lethal attack by the Crusaders. Rook trying to answer. Wanger just tougher with the basketball.
Numbers.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. That is a thing of beauty, and Senkowski on the receiving end. 9-point lead, the largest of the game for Lancaster Catholic.
You got to give credit to the Crusaders. I talked about it, their ability to get up and down the court. Wanger then doing a good job of getting the ball to the left-hand side of the court with the look-away pass. And then you see number 30, that's Paul Senkowski. When he's not scoring from the perimeter or at that foul line, he's working the baseline or filling the lane. Nice job of getting it done. And again, the largest lead of the night at 9.
That pass is as good as we've seen all year. That was in traffic. There were people running. It had to be picture perfect, and he put it right on the left hand.
They go back into the Holy Redeemer huddle. I'm sure Coach is talking about a couple of things. 1, 4 out of the 5 last possessions. We've been looking at the arc for our offense, and we've got a 6'11" young man that can find a way to get it to you. Let's find a way to get it to him without forcing anything. There's more than enough time to get back in this. They're going to need some stops on the defensive end as well, though.
8 turnovers in the game against Lancaster Catholic. They turned it over 14 times in their win against Central Catholic. Holy Redeemer has turned it over 17 times to this point of the game. Confident group. Time a definite factor, just a shade over 2 minutes. Swinging around. Here's a big 3 on its way by Dunsmore, and they have just gone cold from the perimeter. Crusaders and a smart play by Phil Wanger.
Right back.
Trying to sneak past Alexis. That's a hard thing to do. Carr the other way. Yeah, just can't buy a basket. And that's going to be on the big guy, trailing on the play, trying to make something happen. And that is 4 on Alexis.
Just try to catch the basketball and see if he can put it back up to close the gap here. But right now, let's give credit to the Crusaders. They've taken the Royals out of their plan, their game plan, and forcing them now to start looking for the perimeter offense, which hasn't gone well for them in the latter part of this second half. As Devon Piglard will work the 1-and-1. It's about the 3rd foul shot that the Crusaders left at the foul line now. could come back to haunt them.
Yeah, they've left some in there. Go inside this time. Wave that one off. Foul prior to the shot attempt. And it'll be a non-shooting foul. Good foul to take.
Yes.
For the Crusaders.
Only their fifth, so they can give one more yet. Play aggressive.
Has not been there.
Look at his leak out.
Rivera well out in front of the pack. Largest lead of the ball game for either team now stands at 11. They have scored over 70 in each of their last two ball games. Tonight it has just been a very efficient attack for the Crusaders. Rivera another rebound under a minute away from the Final Four for Lancaster Catholic.
Not a good decision there, allowing with 44 seconds left over, more than likely on their way to a W.
Getting a little out of control. Rivera turns it over via the travel. Lancaster Catholic has 5 for 11 from the free throw line, or they'd really have this one salted away. They do as it is. Holy Redeemers attempted only 2.
Holy Redeemer putting up 59 points in the regular season and only have 41 here this evening. So the Crusaders defense, which has been a high mark of their entire season, they do it by hard work, good play, overall solid quickness and sound fundamentals on the defense and help and recovery style, have earned the right to move on.
They sure have. They figured some things out in this game. Holy Redeemer came out and hit them with some good body punches in that opening quarter. I think the ability of Lancaster Catholic to, the big guy can handle the ball pretty well, huh? They get a timeout here with a half minute to go. And I think those two big plays, Schlosser's 3 to end the first, and then the great hustle play by Wenger gave them a 1-point lead at the half. Just indicative of this Lancaster Catholic team and the way they've played all year.
Yeah, you look at the second half and you're going to see a number of people that have helped. As you mentioned, Mike, number 30, that's Paul Sinkowski hitting those foul line jump shots. And then we're going to look at some solid defense there. Wenger with the quick hands and then the puppy to get another 2 points on the board. Good ball movement here. And then again, Paul Sinkowski feeling it at the foul line, steps out, carries one from the arc. The look away pass. Again, Sinkowski, the recipient of the great off-the-floor bounce pass, and then the leak out and the quickness of Rivera. He's put 5 yards between him and the nearest ball player with the speed dribble and the ever-so-soft touch off the glass to extend the lead to 11. Well on their way for the next round of the PIAA 3A Championship.
Boy, Rich, our second opportunity to see them, and they are a team in every sense of the word. Magnificent performance by them here tonight. And they're going to get another one here. Rivera lays it up and in. Celebration is on across the way for Lancaster Catholic. Octorara, or defending champion Newman Goretti, will await them in the round of 4. They are just 6.4 seconds away. Schlosser, who will play for his father next year at Elizabethtown, hoping to persuade Phil Wenger in that direction as well. And as we mentioned, there are some family bonds with Holy Redeemer, and there are going to be an awful lot of emotional folks on that bus ride home to Wilkes-Barre. Not their night here tonight, as it'll be Lancaster Catholic moving on, 56-41 your final. 56-41 your final. Some final thoughts when we return.
People want to go on the internet and check out their friends, so why not build a website that offers that? We don't know what it can be. We don't know what it will be. We know that it is cool.
You made the Facebook.
Yeah, groupies. $1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? $1 billion.
You're being accused of violating copyrights, violating individual privacy.
Your best friend is suing you for $600 million.
I didn't know that. Tell me more.
The Social Network, now on demand.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
Okay, so this is the freakiest thing that happened to me last night. This is the door closing by itself. Dad, there's obviously something in the house.
Please, it's enough.
This is really messed up. Oh my God. Niño milagroso de tengo pato.
Paranormal Activity 2.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
Rent it here first, on demand.
I'm Will Coulson. We're working together today.
In training, they just give you an F. Out here, you get killed.
Destruction could result in the worst disaster in the history of the state.
Take off right now, we can chase it down. Are you in or you out?
I'm not risking this company just because some engineer wants to play hero.
Not for you. Not doing it for you.
Unstoppable.
Order today with Blue Ridge On Demand.
My brother is about to marry the girl who ruined my life in high school.
Long-lost rivals. Longer-lost rivals.
Aunt Mona, this is Will's mom.
How long?
Once again, a 15-point win here tonight. A misleading final. Certainly a game that was played and contested much closer than that. But really, Rich, a game that Holy Redeemer didn't lose tonight. Lancaster Catholic won it.
Absolutely. Other than the first quarter, Mike, Lancaster Catholic outscored Holy Redeemer, and they did it by committee, both on the offense and defensive end. Offensively, they share the ball so well. Again, take good shots. On the defensive end, they all play tough defense. A lot of their tough defense leads to transition baskets and the fast break offense that they're very good at.
Take a look at some of our leading scorer. First of all, our Lehigh Valley insulation leading scorer, and it was the big man. He hustled his way for 24 points tonight. Rich, it'll be the end of an era, and it certainly has been an era. 4-year starter. He will close out his career unofficially with 2,054 career points, one of 13 in the history of District 2 basketball to top the 2,000-point career mark. We certainly wish him well at Penn State University. Impressive young man.
Yes, he is. Certainly, we do wish him well at Penn State. A solid post player. Shows, again, a lot of potential for the future.
Shafninsky, electric, great play of the game, and we mentioned the ability of Lancaster Catholic to close out the first and second quarter. Here was the play to send them to the locker room. Great hustle by Phil Wenger.
Wenger, one of those individuals that can high energy and plays tough, and then Schlosser having a pretty good game also. But Wenger makes the fadeaway there, and that was enough to provide, again, some locker talk about the energy that this young man brings to the court on both ends, and wants to continue playing, and they will now.
Individual scoring for Lancaster Catholic, and again, the great balance. Rivera with 14, Schlosser a dozen, Wenger had 7, Pinkard with 7, Senkowski, who really got, hit some big ones in the second half, had 11. He had 9 of his 11 in the second half, and Robbie Rowe off the bench had 3. For Holy Redeemer, Austin Carr had 3. Stephen Rook got off to that fast start and then cooled. He had 8. Peter Alexis with a game-high 24. Ryan DeReamer off the bench with 3, and Adam Dunsmore wound up with 3 points. So it's the end of the road for 7 seniors who have defined what it is to wear this uniform for Holy Redeemer. They are Timothy Lambert, Michael Simon, Adam Dunsmore, Austin Carr, John McCarthy, Stephen Rook, and Peter Alexis. We certainly wish them well. They really did a great job and win the school's first ever District 2 championship.
Yes, they did. They played hard, and certainly you hate to see either team lose, but again, one has to go and one stay. This time, Lancaster Catholic is going to make one more round and see if they can continue for the quest for the state gold.
Aurora or Newman Goretti, the defending state champion, awaits them, the winner of that ball game, in the Final Four. We certainly hope you enjoyed this exclusive presentation here of the PIAA playoffs by Service Electric Cable Television. Andy Himmelwright, our director and producer. John M. Walson. John Walson Jr. is our president and owner, and on behalf of my partner, Rich Baxa, and all of us here at TV2 Sports, I am Mike Zambelli. Thanks for watching the PIAA playoffs. Enjoy the remainder of your evening.